Hello everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I want to talk about the growing toxicity of the hypixel community and how it can affect Hypixel as a company in the future. First, I want to talk about which games I've noticed has the most toxicity. This is honestly just my own opinion, as I don't play all the games on the server. The first one I want to talk about is the duels games. More specifically Sumo, as that is my duels main. Sky Wars, which I used to play quite often, and Bed Wars. These games have been increasingly, over the years, getting more toxicity. I've noticed in games where, you lose or win, people will still call you bad. They'll call you trash, or they'll call you names because you do better than them, or because you do worse than them. And it always confuses me, especially when I win, because where's this toxicity coming from? And that's where I want to talk about next. I want to talk about why I believe people are being toxic and where it comes from. The first reason that I have is that it makes them feel better about themselves. When they do better, like if they completely destroy you, they be toxic because it makes them feel better, even though they already won and they should already feel proud of themselves for winning. Or they lose and they want to try to make themselves feel better, so they call you a hacker, or they call you trash, or say that you're using an exploit or something. Try to come up with anything that will make them feel better about them doing not so well in this game. Another reason is because they feel like they can get away with it because it's through a screen. When we're on the internet, we don't believe that there's any consequences to our actions. So there's so many people that'll say so many things, like things that I can't even say on this platform. Like they'll tell you to end your life, or they'll tell you that, you should have been adopted, or something stupid even. They will try to do anything and say anything to hurt you, even though they don't know you at all. They don't know you personally. They don't know what kind of person you are. And they always do it because they think that there's no consequences to their actions because it's online. We don't know who they are. We don't know who's on the other end of that screen. But that's just the thing. They don't understand who's also on the other side of the screen, us. My third reason is that they want to release anger and direct it towards others. A lot of the times when people are being toxic, they are going to try to direct it towards others instead of trying to deal with it. So they're going to just want to take it out, and who better than some random person on the internet who they don't know. They're going to try, and instead of bottling it up, which isn't healthy, and instead of trying to process it healthily, they're just going to take it out on others, which really is just not a healthy way either. Now, I want to talk about how the toxicity can affect the community and can affect Hypixel. There are so many little kids that play on Hypixel, and the other people that are being toxic, they might not know that. You might think, oh, well, they don't know that. That's just the thing. There's so many young kids on it that they should never be saying these horrible and disrespectful things to anyone on this server. Because kids cannot process and brush off hatred like some adults can. And even some adults and young teenagers can't do that. So then when they get attacked like this, or they're told to, end their lives or such on this server, it's like the other people don't know how that could actually affect their mental health and affect them as a person. Now, yes, the other person won't know, if the other person is mentally, ill or not, or struggling with mental health, but they still should not be doing that. Because even adults sometimes cannot handle the toxicity and handle the hatred that is on this server. Another reason is that a lot of people, when they're dealing with toxicity, it ruins the game. They don't want to play because they're losing constantly from hackers who are being toxic, calling them bad, even though the other person's using a cheat. Or even just people that are really good, being toxic to players that aren't on their skill level. Not everyone is going to be good at this game, and not everyone can get better at this game. there's so many people that play this game just to have fun, and they don't like try to sweat or anything. Like, I know I personally, I try to sweat this game and I enjoy it, but I also try not to be toxic. It's why every time I start typing in chat, I just delete it, because it's not worth it. I want people to take that time to sit there and think about how what they're going to say could affect someone else and affect the person that they're trying to say that to. Because I believe that hypixel could completely crash from the toxicity that it is getting. I believe that it could damage hypixel and stop its growth even more than it already has, because of the lack of updates and the lack of affection given to this server by the devs. I believe that if hypixel doesn't find a way to stop this toxicity, or if the community itself, actually no, the community itself needs to stop this toxicity. Hypixel has no control over what people say. They can mute them all they want, but it's not going to stop people. I want the community to come together and to realize how the toxicity is hurting the server. I remember when I first started on this server, there was no toxicity. There wasn't people being upset and yelling at each other. It's just a bunch of fun. Friends goofing off, having fun. So if I want you to take anything from this video, it's that we as a community on hypixel need to come together to learn from our mistakes and to fix this toxicity problem that we are experiencing. Thank you everybody for watching.